Today is day 3 of my 100-day challenge, and I'm going to keep up with what I was doing yesterday. I did accomplish all of those things yesterday, just so you know. Today, I'm a little behind, even though I did accomplish the goal of waking up at 5:30, but I did not get a chance to do all of that. However, it's crunch time, and I am going to accomplish all of these objectives and also work out. Meg, I want to introduce you to Meg too. Meg's gonna write down day 3 for us, and I also want to make an introduction so that way you can see that I am for real when I said that Meg is pregnant and she's due like any day, any minute. She's hoping actually that this will be today. There we go.
Yeah, we still have like 6 hours in the day.
Yeah, so it may still happen. Although in an hour we're gonna go have a little barbecue at my dad's, but before that, I gotta go and do some exercising. So today, my goals are to keep up with what we talked about, is building these core habits. And my big accomplishment for today was wake up on time. So that means that I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep on time today. And I'm gonna go work out now. And then after the barbecue, I'm gonna go journal, read, meditate, and I'm working on the video now. So look at that, right? Making progress. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my setup so you can see what I'm about to do, and that it's not some crazy setup, and that you need to go ahead and have everything figured out. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on my stationery here in the garage, which, as you can see, is full of whole bunch of boxes that we got from all the baby stuff. I mean, I don't even know what's in here, but here's my setup. I got my bike right here. I got my bike, so I'm gonna go ahead and just sit on that and crank out 30 minutes, that's it. So, it's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it is gonna allow me to get the job done. No excuses. Okay, I'm on my bike, right? Or my spin state, whatever you call it. I'm here, I'm pedaling forward. And yesterday or day before, I did just a little bit. And on my first day I did a little bit, like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna try to do 30 minutes now. It's 4:30, I'm hungry because I only ate breakfast at 8:30 a.m. So that's 8 hours ago, and I could be making a whole bunch of excuses that I need to eat, I don't have the energy. No, I have plenty of energy, I can do this. So for me to crank out 30 minutes here, to stick with my routine is so important, because it's gonna give me the strength of knowing that I can, in fact, stay disciplined. And that's what I need to do. I need to build this level of confidence to be able to say, I can do it. And I'm not gonna let the day somehow take me away from the things I'm supposed to be doing. And yes, granted, I did wake up, so it was at 5:24 a.m. I woke up, and I had to be somewhere at 6:45, and it was about a 30-minute drive, so I didn't really have time to do the morning routine of journaling and meditating and reading. And the reason for that is because yesterday I went to sleep late, right? So I'm building the good habits. So I'm not yet concentrating on getting rid of the bad habit, which is going to sleep late, but I am waking up earlier. And if I wake up tomorrow at 5:30, I don't have to be anywhere at 6:45. So tomorrow morning, by waking up at that time, I'll be able to accomplish things. And yes, there's a big unknown variable. Meg's gonna go into labor. When? I mean, it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow. And how am I actually gonna stick with my routine? I'm not sure, but it's gonna get done. So I'm just gonna keep concentrating right now on performing the actions. They may not happen at the time that I want them, but I'm gonna go ahead and just keep doing something. So right, jumping on this bike today, it was like doing something, sticking with the routine. All right, so I'm gonna crank out 30 minutes here, rinse off, and then go enjoy a nice meal. And it's okay. You know what? I will talk more about nutrition later on, but right now it's all about just working out. And 30 minutes on a bike, I mean, it's not going to deplete me of nutrients whatsoever. You can go out there and perform for 3.5 hours before you use up all of your sugars and you collapse. So I can be here for 3.5 hours and be just fine. And again, we're gonna dive into the science of training, but we're talking about, at 80%, you can run for 3.5 hours at 80% of your max heart rate, or be on a bike for 3.5 hours at 80%, because that's when you start what things called lactic state. And the way to figure out your lactic state or your lactic threshold is to run a 10K at a race pace. So if you go out there, run a 10K at race pace, and then you take your average heart rate that you ran that at, and that's going to be your lactic threshold. I hope I'm saying this right. So if any of your science, nutrition science or exercise science, please correct me. But that's the information that I learned about and use different wording, but the principles of figuring out what your lactic threshold is. All right, so 30 more minutes. See you soon. I finished up my 30 minutes on the bike. Feels good. I warmed up, had a good cadence, and about 75 rotation per minute. It wasn't anything too strenuous, just to warm up, break a sweat a little bit. Can't sweat too much in Florida right now because the cold front did come through yesterday, so it's nice and cool here. I think maybe like in the upper 50s or lower 60s. So now it's gonna do a little bit of stretching and just finish up. I got my shoes here to take off, and kind of get ready to continue with the day. And as we talked about, for my day today, I'm gonna go ahead and have dinner, and then after that, come home, and I am gonna finish up all of my habits. So I'm still gonna journal, I'm still going to meditate, and I'm still going to do a little bit of reading. It may be a little bit difficult because I'm gonna be spending time with my friends, Meg, her mom, a couple of my buddies, my dad, and we're gonna have a drink. So it will be a little challenging to continue with those habits, but I'm just gonna do them, right? It's just all about knocking things out. So after a couple of drinks, I can read. After a couple of drinks, I can still write, and I can still meditate. So there shouldn't be any excuses. The only thing that I can do to allow myself to screw that up is if I, instead of doing these good habits, is if I come home and end up turning on a TV and watching a show. Right, so at this moment, as I talked about yesterday, the day before, I'm not going to have room to do a bad habit because I'm occupying my time with performing a good habit. So, right, kind of like naturally, those bad habits are gonna get taken out of my schedule because I'm gonna be spending time to concentrate and stay disciplined with the good habits. All right, so tomorrow's day 4. I'm gonna plan on working out and going on a run, and get that maybe to like 1.5 miles or so, maybe if I get lucky 2 miles. But again, I'm not trying to set any world records here or anything. I'm just trying to stay disciplined and do the daily habits to get in the discipline of doing them, and all of the speed and the distance, the endurance, all of that will come naturally. All right, now it's all about just sticking to the routine. All right, day 4 coming up tomorrow, so I'll give you an update. See you soon.